Hi everyone, I'm Abby and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be making a very simple and delicious Italian recipe with a little bit of a twist. In Italy they would call this a Caprese salad, but I know in places like the US or most places they say Caprese because it's easier to say, but it's actually going to be a Caprese summer pasta salad. If you want to make this recipe with me, I'm going to make it super easy to reference, so we'll have all the ingredients listed and the measurements right here. So we're going to be using some curly pasta noodles, some balsamic vinegar, olive oil, some lemon juice, salt and pepper of course, a little bit of minced garlic, and then some of our delicious mozzarella here, some Italian seasoning. I bought it from the pack, but you can make it yourself if you'd like. And of course the best ingredient is the fresh grape tomatoes. So I'm going to start off by making the dressing for this salad. So I'm just going to grab a little bowl here. We're going to be putting our olive oil to start. I honestly always like to add a little bit extra just because I like it to be a little bit more oily. So I'm going to put a little bit more than a quarter cup, which is what I listed in the recipe. Let's go ahead and pour that in. Perfect. Go. And then we're also going to be adding our balsamic vinegar. I don't like to add extra of this because it comes off a little bit strong. Now let's get into our seasonings here. We're going to have a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. If you want to be exact, you could do like a quarter teaspoon, but to be honest, I sort of just go by my eyes because I cook a lot. So I'm going to add a bit of that salt and then grind the pepper here. This already smells really delicious, even though there's not much in it. It's just that really nice balsamic vinegar smell. And now we're gonna add our Italian seasoning. And then our lemon juice. I'm just gonna put maybe 2 tablespoons here. You can add 3 if you like a little bit of a stronger taste. There we go. And then lastly, we're going to be putting in our minced garlic. Personally, I like to freshly mince my garlic and not have it out of the jar, but I broke my mincer, so that's not happening today. But I recommend doing it yourself just so it has that really fresh taste to it. Put a little in there. And we're going to give that a really, really good mix. To make a mess like I am. Alright, and now let's just get into making the very simple pasta salad here. We have our pasta here. And I'm going to be cutting up our cherry tomatoes to throw them in. I just like to cut them in half. You don't need to make them too small. It also depends on the size you're making. If it's just a little bit of an appetizer pasta salad, maybe make them smaller so it's little bites. Alright, one more here, and then I'm going to put them in with the pasta. Perfect. I know I've made a pasta video before, and some people are on me about the way I say it. I usually say pasta, but I feel like a lot of people have commented I should say pasta, so we're going to try it like that today. So we'll get no more comments about it. And then we're going to be adding our mozzarella balls here. I I just cut these guys in half. Once again, it depends how big of a salad you're making and if it's an appetizer or a course or a snack, how big you want to make them. And then we're going to be chopping up our fresh basil to have an amazing flavor with the pasta salad. Grab that here. I like to put a lot. I love the taste of fresh basil, and it's going to be so delicious in our salad. Alright, that's as small as I can possibly get it, so let's throw it into our pasta as well. The smell of fresh basil is so amazing, and it's gonna be delicious in our salad. And then I like to add just a little bit of extra salt and pepper onto the salad itself, in addition to our dressing. Add our salt. You can also add a little bit of extra Italian seasoning if you have some, and that'll be a great addition. And then we're just gonna throw our dressing right on top and give it a great mix, and of course, try our recipe. Pour that. Oops. I don't want to get splashed this time. Wonderful. And let's get this all together. I will say, I think my pasta ratio is a little bit off. I think I put a bit too much, but that's okay. More the merrier. Can never have too much pasta. Alright, this smells so good, and it looks very colorful and delicious, so let's give it a try and see if I've mastered the Caprese salad. Where's my spoon? Here it is. Oops. Also, probably don't want to eat pasta with a spoon, but I didn't grab a fork, so. But untraditional. Let's get a scoop of everything in here. Oops. Alright, let's give it a try. That is absolutely perfect. The right amount of basil. Salt and pepper is very gentle, but the Italian seasoning really comes through here. And it's so fresh and just amazing for the summer. Thank you so much for joining me in making this delicious and fresh Caprese salad. If you want to see more of my content and get to know each other better, make sure to click my link and subscribe to my OnlyFans, and I will see you next time. Bye!